Alright, YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today's day 21 of vegetation, I guess, or transplant. Because I transplanted these peppers June 5th, and right now we're on the 25th, and or the 26th. I'll update it in the video, but yeah, I see the peppers are doing really well, pretty nicely in here, so I'm not too worried about the peppers. Um, Technically I don't have to do anything, but I want to make sure they have enough biology. So today's video, or this part of the video, I made a compost extract, not a tea, because it'd be a soil drench, so it'll give more biology to the soil, plus water and stuff like that. I'm gonna add fish emulsion into the compost extract, so the plants can grow faster. Since they're in vegetation right now, it's okay to give them a little bit of nitrogen, not too much. Um, I want these plants to grow taller. Once they start going to flower, that's when I give them a heavier feed, so a compost tea or something else. Yeah, compost tea, some more biology, I guess. Not biology, but compost tea for sure. Make a top dressing even more with more compost, but that's later. Right now, it's been almost 3 weeks since the plant's been here, so probably another 2 to 3 weeks. These peppers will start blooming, but hopefully they'll be a lot taller than they are right now. So yeah, I'm gonna get the compost extract right now. Again, I'm gonna add fish emulsion, not too much because I don't want to give them too much nitrogen. But I'll give you guys a closer look on these plants so you know how they look like, because you probably can't tell that well from that far. So yeah, I'm gonna do that right now, and then next is to get it in the compost extract and water them in. Alright guys, so here's how the peppers look like after almost 3 weeks of being in these containers. I think these are the ones you're most interested in, or at least the one I am, but just in case, here's the 5 gallon container. The pepper that I don't know what it is. It might be a bell pepper, it might be something else. I guess we'll find out, like I said earlier, or in the previous video. And you can see this pepper, it's starting to come out of the yellow leaves, so I'm happy about that. Compost extract. I'm doing a compost extract because it's a lot easier than compost tea. Compost tea you have to wait at least 24 hours depending where you are. The compost extract, you just can run water through the compost and have it look like this. Okay, so I'm gonna add the compost. I'm gonna add the fish emulsion right now, and then use it as a soil drench. All right, YouTube. So I got the compost extract and the fish emulsion already. I was gonna add JLM, but apparently the JLM I made ran out or evaporated, so I don't have any right now. So I guess right now it's just compost extract and the fish emulsion. I don't want to add too much water because uh, my soil does carry a decent amount of water, so I don't want to accidentally drown them. Even though it's gonna be going up to the 90s today, I'll just rewater the regular water later on today if I have to. And I know I said I want to do, well, I don't know if I said this earlier, but I don't really want to wet the leaves, and you just saw me do that anyway. That's because this is mainly for a soil drench because of the compost extract. If I made a compost tea, then it'll be mostly for the leaves. I'm just gonna go back and forth just in case I didn't get it everywhere. And I guess that's pretty much it. I'm gonna just keep doing that until I run out of the compost extract with the fish emulsion. And I guess I'll bring it back in a week or so to show you how they look like. Again, this is day 21 of transplant, and they're looking really well. I'll show you a place to look on these. They're nice and green, doing nicely in this containers. And yeah, guys, I'll be right back once a week or two has passed. Thank you for watching. Uh, Before I end this clip, I guess, if you are enjoying today's video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, I'll be right back in a week or two. Alright, YouTube, so it's day 35 since transplant on these pepperoncini seeds or plants. You can see this one on the biochar looks way taller than the sandy soil. Um, the main reason is because this one did dry out a little bit, well, twice actually. So that's why I think that's why I held back a little bit shorter. And this one, it retained its moisture with the biochar, even though it was made with my native soil. Either way, the biochar retains a lot of water. So today, I think since this one's going to flower, I don't know how we can see that, but it's going to flower, probably producing fruit soon. I plan to feed this one with some potash. There's a lot of potassium in it. It's probably bone char in there because we are burning bones. Just get rid of it. But either way, I'm gonna add potash in here and then add a little bit more compost and then we cover this with mulch. So I'm gonna show you how I do that right now. All right, YouTube. So I have a few different things around me. The potash I showed you earlier, the compost that I showed you last time when I top dressed this container, and then the mulch I took out. So technically nothing here is too different or too new, just except for the potash. Um, the potassium is really good for your peppers, for the fruiting phase, should I say, uh, because um, the fruits will carry most of the potassium. Now, this is a pretty big bed, not really, but I'm gonna use 1/4 cups just to show you how it looks. No real reason to measure it out, just because I want to. Now, like I showed, like I told you guys before, I got this from my grill. So whenever we're done cooking, we just let it go to ash. The bones don't fully go to ash, so it's probably be bone char, and that'll carry some nutrients for me while it just acts like biochar, except as bones. So I'm just gonna put this in. I'm not gonna put it on the plant because you don't need to do that, or should I say around the stem of the plant. Probably doesn't need this much potassium because if you don't know, potash is very water soluble, so probably don't need this much. Probably I'll hold off because I am a little bit worried. So less than 1/4 cup, maybe just a tablespoon. Um, like I said, when we put our bones in there, uh, because we don't need them, and just add it with some compost as a top dress because potash is very alkaline, so you don't want it. You don't want to change the pH of your soil by accident just because you had too much potash. So less is more. So if you're a little bit worried, put less. But this is how I fertilize, at least. Um, is there better ways of fertilizing? Probably, but this is the cheapest way that I can do it. So I'm not gonna worry about it too much. As you see, this container doesn't have any cover crop. Uh, like the rest of these have purslane, except for this one. I don't know why that is. It just didn't happen. Because I did put seed in here. If you saw my video, then you know that I put seed in here. If you didn't, I'll link at the end of this video so you guys can watch that. But there you go. That's pretty much it. And like I said, I'm gonna put compost extract. I did put some mycorrhizal inoculant in the compost extract to help it hopefully inoculate with some mycorrhizae and be more symbiotic with the soil and life in here. I have to make sure because in my area it is getting up to hundreds again. So after I'm done watering, I'll put the shade cloth back over it so it doesn't get too hot. Especially with the sandy soil, it dries out really quickly. So the shade cloth will really help that. I'm not gonna add any potassium or potash to this one because it's not fruiting yet. But these two container ones, the black container ones, I will add potash a little bit because they are going to fruit a little bit. So yeah, just add just a little bit more for them. And then yeah, let's just water this in and then put the mulch back on. Alright, YouTube, so I don't know how well you can see from that far, but my compost is a little bit hydrophobic, so I'm gonna water this again to hopefully make sure it stays, the compost rehydrates, and then hopefully it'll go, the compost tea or extract in this case will go deeper into the soil. And then I'll add the mulch, and then we'll call it a day. Uh, I think this will be, I think it said day 35. So yeah, it'll be day 35 update on this pepper, on this pepper. Again, like 33 on the container ones, just because I planted these 2 days later. But yeah, that's how I fertilize my pepper plants. So before I end this video, I'll bring you guys closer so you can see the difference between these two, because you might not be able to tell from that far. And yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, YouTube, so here's all the pepper plants after they been watered in and fertilized. Well, except for this one, except for the compost extract, but that's it. This one got all the fertilizer I showed you earlier. Sort of this one. And this one I barely transplanted today, so we're gonna have another mystery pepper on us. So we'll see how this pepper comes out. Um, I'm hoping to. I'm hoping this was also a bell pepper, but we'll find out together. But anyway, guys, I think that's it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see my previous video on these containers, I'll leave a link on the screen on your screen right now. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you next video. Peace.